Well, a very good morning to you, Naledi, and of course to Desiree. Like you just correctly cited there, the Integrity Commission reports will be tabled here in the second last NEC meeting before conference next week, like you said. And just speaking to analysts, some have said that it's quite likely that, the Integrity Commission actually could say they can't make a finding, as you know that ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has now taken the Section 89 reports, under judicial review. So that's also expected, especially to top the agenda at this NEC meeting. Also other various issues, Naledi. You played an insert earlier on that we covered as SABC News. We've been on top of the story, reporting about those ANC members, who have objected to the ANC's NEC list. They have since written to the Acting Secretary General of the party, Mr. Paul Mashatile, also the Treasurer General, asking that this issue actually be discussed. Of course, on Monday, they wrote to the Electoral Committee of the ANC objecting to that list and further requesting raw data, coming in from the Electoral Committee. This is not the first time somebody has actually objected, or sent their objections to the Electoral Committee. We first saw there the likes of Lindiwe Sisulu saying that the data that she has does not correlate with the data that the Electoral Committee had actually, announced to the media. She had said that she did not receive 66 nominations. We also then covered the story of Didi Mabuza's campaign manager, Andrew Balo. You also, refuting that, also saying that the numbers that Didi Mabuza actually got do not correlate with the numbers of the Electoral Committee. And of course, these members also raising similar, grievances as well. And they've threatened that if this matter is not discussed today at today's NEC meeting, they will be taking legal action. They will be taking this conference to court. And some have raised the issue and concerns, saying that, listen, if the Electoral Committee does not do its work properly, it might actually compromise, the integrity of the 55th National Conference. So we expect to actually speak to the Secretary of the Electoral Committee around 10:30 or 11, and that, of course, is Chief Livhuwani Matsila. Of course, yesterday we spoke to him, I beg your pardon, on this issue. He's claiming that they have released the raw data that this group has actually asked for. But, talking to Sia in the morning today, he had said that that is not the case. So we expect to get some answers from him. Also, another issue, that you actually touched on there, Naledi, earlier on, is that of, Bathabile Dlamini. Of course, we all saw yesterday that letter from the Electoral Committee saying that she's been disqualified from being nominated as a candidate for any NEC position. You would know that she received over 800, nominations for being, or from branches, I beg your pardon. And of course, the reasons they are cited by the the election committee, I beg your pardon, was that the vetting process reveals that she has a historical record of being found guilty of serious crimes in the court of law. And of course, this emanates from that, from March earlier on, from that judgment where she was found guilty of perjury for lying under oath about her role in the 2018 SASA debacle. We also expect Chief Matsila to actually be quizzed on this issue. I understand that she's not the only one that's actually finished with such a letter, but various other people. So a lot of things are expected to be discussed at the NEC, as well as preparations for next week. We know that we're just under 8 days to that conference. But of course, Naledi, we will give you all the latest developments. We hope to speak to Bathabile Dlamini on this issue and just get her reaction on this issue. Of course, she's tweeted about it, but we hope that in person she'll actually be able to talk to us. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut this crossing short. We've been allowed in as members of the media, and we do want to rush in and get those visuals of those NEC members that are trickling in. We expect ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa to come in at any moment. Of course, he will be starting here and then heading to the corruption summit. But I do implore our SABC viewers to actually stay tuned to the channel as we give you all the latest in regards to this second last NEC before conference.